Let's talk for a minute about Overwatch, because obviously that never happens on this channel. They've been releasing new heroes pretty regularly since the game launched, and with the recent announcement of Brigitte, and yes, that is how it's pronounced, it's not Brigitte, they're up to 27. These characters are broken up into 4 general classes: offense, defense, tank, and support. In general terms, your offense player will be focused on staying out ahead of the team, trying to get behind the other team and pull off awesome solo kills. Your defense player will be sitting close to the objective, whatever it is, generally doing whatever they can to make it difficult for the other team to survive anywhere near that objective. Your tank player will be sitting between the objective and the enemy team, trying to soak up damage for their smaller teammates and keep the other team focused on them. Then there's your support player, who's back behind the tanks and the objective, keeping an eye on everyone and trying to keep them healthy. It's a pretty good system, and with 27 unique characters inside of those classes, you can pretty much always find someone to play as that fits you. Personally, I tend toward support heroes. I like the responsibility of making sure my teammates stay healthy, and I'm pretty good at it. But sometimes even I get bored with sitting at the back, chucking healing orbs at people, or trying to snipe the constantly double jumping Genji who won't stop spamming the healing request hotkey. When the game first released, I played a lot of Lucio, because he was more mobile than the other healers, and I could hang out up front with the tanks and get myself out of trouble if the other team's offense got in behind us. But Lucio doesn't do a ton of healing, or that much damage, so I never felt like I could solo heal a team with him or make up for my lack of heals with kills, so I spent some time playing his tanks. They play a little further forward, they're great at protecting the support and defense heroes, and it's easy to feel like you're contributing as long as you stay near the point. But my heart was always with the healers. When Moira was released a few months ago, I realized I may have found my calling. Here was a support that was more at home hanging out up with the offense heroes than she was chilling at the back with Zenyatta. She does massive healing for anyone close to her, as well as a bunch of damage to all the Tracers and Genjis dumb enough to think she was an easy target. But she's no tank. Even with her health-stealing attack and self-healing orb, if the enemy team gets past your tanks, or more likely nobody on your quick play team wants to play as a tank, about all she can do is keep herself up. Her heals run out pretty quickly, and being able to take pretty much anyone in the game one-on-one doesn't really help you when there's 6 people to take out. I do love Moira, don't get me wrong, but if you've been watching this gameplay, you might have a hint for why I think I'll love Brigitte even more once she hits the regular servers. Currently, Brigitte is live on the PTR, and I have been playing her with some, well, frankly pretty dumb team compositions, but she's definitely plays different than any of the other healers. First, there's her hit points. She starts out healthier than any of the other healers by a significant margin, meaning it's a lot harder for the enemy team to dive her. Second, there's her shield. It's mostly a personal thing, but if you can get directly in front of someone with it, you can block damage for them, Reinhardt or Orisa style. Then there's the way she heals. Her biggest heal is on shift for PC, and it throws an armor packet that heals injured teammates and stacks armor on top of a teammate's normal hit points if they're already fully healed. That's an ability though, and it's got a cooldown, so it's not actually her main source of healing. And this is where things get interesting. Brigitte's most consistent healing source actually comes from her attacks. While she's doing close range melee damage with her flail, she's also doing a passive heal to any teammates within a pretty decent radius around her. So basically like Lucio's healing, but with way more damage stacked on top of it. Add to that her shield bash, which stuns enemies, a long range hit with her flail that knocks enemies back, and her ultimate that's sort of like a mix between Zenyatta's Transcendence and Lucio's Sound Barrier, and she fits into teams in a pretty unique way. She can sit up front with the tanks, blocking damage and dishing it out while healing, and she can stun encroaching Tracers going after the objective to protect the other healers and defense heroes. She's got a lot of utility, and now when I'm solo queuing in quick play, I won't have to choose between playing Zarya, because we don't have any tanks, or Moira, because we also don't have any healers. I can grab Brigitte and sorta cover both roles. I mean, we'll still lose because she can't exactly cover half the team's roles by herself, but at least I might be able to give us a slightly better chance of not getting totally embarrassed. Slightly being the operative word there.